What's up y'all, this is Juan Cruz from Inerize, and in this video I'll show you the best system I found to take notes when I read a book, and I promise you, it's fast, efficient, and extremely elegant. Everyone is super excited about reading a book a week or a day, and that's amazing, but in my opinion it's only the beginning. How I conceive in my mind the process of reading a book is the following. First I read it, second I take notes and process information, third I take action, and fourth, if I need refreshing, I check the notes I made. So as you can see, of course it's important to actually read the books, it's the first step of the process. But what's equally important, or perhaps even more important, is what we do with the books after we read them. Just reading books and collect them as trophies on a bookshelf, although they look nice, will not do much for us. So that's why we need a system, a sort of method that we can use to take notes and process information, so in the future it's easily available when we need it to take action. For this, the three methods that are commonly used are the old-fashioned way of writing down a summary of the book. This method is pretty good, but it's actually very time-consuming. You can spend hours making a complete summary of a good book. The second method is to look for the book summary on the internet. This one is faster than the previous method, but it has one downside. Often the summaries are not as complete as one might like, and they usually omit information for the sake of publishing summaries faster. And the third way is the Inerize way, a method that I discovered and I like to call the Inerizer's note-taking system, or INTS. I've just invented that name. With the INTS, you don't have to waste hours summarizing a book or copy and paste others people's incomplete summaries. Instead, you'll be able to take notes extremely fast and build a summary created by yours truly. So for the INTS to work, we'll need a computer, a note-taking app like OneNote or Evernote. I use and recommend OneNote because it's free, powerful, and can be synced between multiple devices. I'll leave a link in the description where you can download it for free. And finally, an e-reader where we can download the Kindle app. So once you have your note-taking app on your computer downloaded and installed, and hopefully a Kindle, you're ready to go. Step 1. Buy the book you want to read. The first step is pretty straightforward. Just go to Amazon.com and choose the book you want to start reading, of course in the Kindle version. If you don't have any books to read at the moment, you can check out my new video about the 7 best books I read and get some inspiration. Step 2. Read the book and highlight the important parts. As you read the book, you should be summarizing the sections and sentences you find relevant and useful. As a pro tip, also summarize the chapter's name and headlines. I will show you why this will be useful in the future. Step 3. Export your notes. Here's where all the magic happens, so pay attention. When you finish a book, in the Kindle app you have the ability to export and download everything you highlighted. On a Kindle, this process is very simple. Click on the book you want to export. Touch the upper side of the screen so the main menu pops up. Click on Go To. Then Notes, and below you'll find the button Export Notes. In a few moments, you'll find in your inbox an email with exported notes in CSV and PDF format. Now, if you don't have a Kindle, you can still do it with your phone, computer, or tablet. You can only export the notes in HTML or text format. I will not go through how you can make it on each device and operating system because I don't want to make this video boring. But I'll leave a link below in the description with a very insightful blog post about how you can do it yourself. Step 4. Copy your notes into your note-taking app. Now that you have your notes exported and downloaded, it's time to paste them on your note-taking app. I'll be using OneNote here because it's the one that I know and love, but you can extrapolate this process to your app of choice. If you exported your notes using a Kindle, open the CSV file and copy all the notes you've taken. Now on OneNote, create a section called Book Summaries and a page named after the book. Once that's done, paste the notes there. Second pro tip. Paste them with the option Keep Text Only so the notes are not pasted inside the table, which doesn't look very nice. If you're not using a Kindle and are using another device, open the HTML file and print it as a PDF. Then go to your OneNote, look for the Insert tab and click on File Printout to select the PDF. And voila, you have a PDF version of your notes on your phone and computer. Step 5. Making it nice. If you exported your notes as a CSV file with your Kindle, I highly recommend stylizing them a bit. What I do as a first step is to separate the paragraphs so it's easier for me to read. Then I bold or underline the chapters and headlines so when I come back, I can find the information faster. And this is why I told you to also highlight the chapter's name and important headlines. And that's it. With this method, you'll have a nice looking summary of your book made by you in a matter of minutes. And the best part is that you'll be carrying it wherever you go, since OneNote syncs between your computer and phone and other devices. Also, if you happen to need information from a specific chapter or subject, you can use the search function by typing Ctrl or Command F and look for it quickly. Awesome, so before I let you go, here are 2 tips I've learned through my journey. Careful not to summarize everything in the book you're reading. Kindle sets a limit on how much content you can export due to copyright issues, and if you go past that, the remaining notes won't get exported. If this ever happens to you, there's a manual trick you can do, which is essentially copying and pasting from your computer Kindle app the remaining unexported notes into your OneNote or note-taking app. Now, the second tip is more of a conceptual one. The reason why I believe the Inerizer's note-taking system is so powerful is because books, especially non-fiction, are not made to be read once and then hide them on the shelf. On the contrary, they should be treated as guides and manuals you can come back to when you need them. I find myself constantly rereading my notes from books I've read when I encounter a problem or I need to refresh some concept. So that's it, you all. This is the way I save my notes and create fast and beautiful summaries that I can access anywhere I go. You're also invited to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and share it with a friend that might find this system useful. See you soon.